What's up, Clashers? Taff here with our next war recap. We just defeated Echo Company by a score of 57 to 55. They were a very good clan. They gave us a run for our money and came down to the wire the last few attacks. But we had one more 3-star victory than them. As you look at the war stats here, came down to 17 3-stars to 16 was the difference. So again, just emphasizing the importance of 3-star attacks for the victory. And we had a lot of great 3-star attacks, about 6 of them that I'd like to take a look at here. So I'll try to go as quickly as possible through them. Starting with Ryan against number 5 Flying Seal. Take a look at this base real quick. Max level Town Hall 8. He's bringing basically a GoWiWiPe, because he's going to have witches in his clan castle for CC kill. And he's got just a handful of hogs, and you're going to see those hogs, that handful of hogs is going to make the difference. And so we're going to take a look at this. Does a great job. It's a good army composition for this kind of base. Start out with his basic lure, drops a giant that's going to get the dragon and the balloon out of the castle. Drag him to the corner with one archer to anchor out there. And then we're going to see the standard 2 witch, 1 barbarian clan castle kill. Just want to make sure that you position that just right so that the barbarians and the skeletons are running underneath the dragon and distracting it and not pulling it towards any of your other troops there. He gets that taken out and drops his golems right away, and that's going to provide the tanking ability there and start creating the funnel on the outside there. He's brought 2 rage spells and 1 heal spell, and starts dropping wall breakers in to break free some space there. And the P.E.K.K.A.s, and they funnel right to the middle because of the good funnel set up by the wizards and the approach. And from here, it's just a matter of managing spells. He keeps everything healed up going into the core. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. Drops the rage to get into the core. And then we're going to see the hogs coming in from behind. And while everything is distracted there, focusing on the golems, focusing on the P.E.K.K.A.s, the hogs just kind of work their way around the circle, around the outside, untouched. And just start taking out defenses one by one. And eventually they work their way around the base and everything's gone. Quick poison spell there on the Larrys. Take care of the skeletons that come out. And he's got about a half dozen hogs. Both of his witches still up. Barbarian King and 2 P.E.K.K.A.s. And that's going to be more than enough to clean up this base. And easy 3-star for Ryan there. Good job on that. And there you go, 3-star GoWiWiPe for Ryan against Max Town Hall 8. So that was one of our 3-star attacks. Let's take a look at Abraham. I'm going to pause that right here. Take a look at this base. This base is an internet base. It's called the Turtle. There's a lot of variations of Town Hall 8, 9, and even 10. When you see this base, it's a great hogging base, whether you use golems and hogs or just straight hogs, or we're going to see here is Abraham's favorite attack, which is a surgical hog attack. And I'm going to try to pull up the drawing tools here just to give you an idea of what a surgical hog attack is. And basically, surgical hog attack, we're looking for point defenses, single target defenses along the outside. You're going to see all those point defenses out there. And the point of a surgical hog attack is when you don't know where the double giant bombs are, or you don't have the ability to eliminate the pathing across the giant bombs with the hogs ahead of time, you do a surgical and start taking out defenses one by one instead of a mass drop of spamming hogs like you may do in a standard hog attack. And then when you look at the pathing of a surgical hog attack, when you start on the outside like that, you're going to see them. They start there, and they're going to work their way in. Going to work their way in there, and there, and there. And you just see everything works its way right into the core. and he's going to start dropping heals and heals and heals everywhere there. And by the time he gets all that, he's got a ton of hogs in the core. They're all under heals, and then they'll just kind of work their way out and take care of these last few defenses. And he also uses his hogs for his cleanup crew also. You'll see that he brings 35 hogs and not very much of a kill squad, so very important that he gets the clan castle lure kill done correctly and good deployment on the surgical. So let's watch this in action. He's going to start with a lure. He's going to drop about 4 hogs on one single target defense, accomplish the lure, and take out 1 defense in 1 step. Don't want to send 2 or 3 hogs and get the lure but not get the defense, because then you don't have the benefit and you're still going to have to go back and get that defense later. Abraham does a good job using that witch wizard barbarian clan castle kill. And he's got to kind of wait a little bit. You can't just go on to the next step. You have to make sure on a hog attack that that clan castle's down. Spend the troops, do what you got to do, because if it stays up, your hogs are going to get smoked. And as soon as he's got the clan castle under control, you'll see him start surgical deployment from the outside. Starts at the bottom, works his way around, 3 hogs, 3 hogs, 3 hogs. Every single point defense starts launching them. And then he's just going to kind of keep an eye out for bombs that trip, and he's going to keep his hogs under heals, looking for big packs that start clustering together to get the max use out of his heal spells. And of course, those max wizard towers in the middle and Teslas are going to be dangerous with that Barb King as well. So he's just going to heal every single heal spell in the core. Very smart way to do that. They take out all those defenses, and then they're going to collapse back on the Barbarian King while they're still under heals. Take him out no problem, and you'll see he's just got a ton of hogs left for cleanup. Not a lot of other troops, just a Barbarian King and a few archers, so it's very important that he keeps those hogs alive so he has enough troops for cleanup. Fast forward through that and just watch them go to town. All 3 bombs have been tripped, so no danger there. And you'll see there was a double giant bomb, but because of the surgical deployment, he was able to work around that. So another good surgical hog attack by Abraham. Next attack here that we want to take a look at is by Awesomesauce. And this was a base that we had several goes at and a little bit of trouble getting taken care of. So this was a follow-up cleanup attack. We knew a few things on here, and we're going to bring up the drawing tool again just for a second. We did know that up in the top corner here is a Tesla. We know that there are no, we know that there's giant bombs here and here by the Wiz Towers. And we didn't know where the third one is, I don't believe, and I'm not even sure we ever tripped the third one. But these areas here look really suspicious, and there was actually nothing there other than a flip trap there, and flip trap there in that little opening. So Awesomesauce is going to bring kind of a modified GoWiWiPe with some back-end balloons, and going to take out the clan castle with a standard kill, and then the hogs are going to be responsible for taking out everything up to here, all the air defenses. And if they don't do that, the raid's going to end poorly. They're responsible for getting all the way to that point of the base. So if you draw a line there across it, they have to get up to there. If those cannons stay up, that's fine. On the back end, gonna send a golem because we know that there's this defense here backed up by wizards and Barbarian King, and then a couple balloons. And as soon as these wizard towers are engaged with the ground troops, the balloons are going to come in, and they're going to be able to take out the wizard towers, the cannon, and all these other ground defenses. So it's a very tactical approach, and had the benefit of seeing some of the other replays. So we'll watch this as it unfolds. Kind of speed through the clan castle, lure and kill, because we've seen that several times already. Again, just luring them out, dropping the witches, dropping the wizards. And then as soon as that clan castle goes down, you're going to see a two-fingered hog drop on the outsides there. And if you look at all the pathing, it's going to start on the outer corners and move towards the bottom of the screen, towards the south. All the hogs will congregate down there by the bottom air defense and then start working their way to the north. And so they're taking quite a bit of damage, but again, remember they have one goal, and that is they got to get all the way up to those top air defenses and archer towers. So there's about 10 or so left, and now they're going to go right up the gut, and we need to keep them healed the entire time so that they can go and do their job, which is taking out anything that's going to target those back end balloons. Now you see I've already started that back end approach with the golem, the barbarian king, wizards, and now the whiz towers are shooting at them, so it's time for those balloons to come in. The hogs did their job. All the air, anything that's targeting air defenses other than the whiz towers is down. And as soon as those whiz towers are down, there's nothing else that's going to harm air troops except air skeleton traps, which was one small flaw. Use that poison spell over there on the barbarian king. Didn't take into account the fact that there's going to be air skellies right there. A little bit of an inconvenience, but it's not going to do any major harm. Go ahead and fast forward now since there's no defenses left. Skellies are kind of bothering the balloons, but they take out the town hall, which is really all they needed to do. And the rest of the troops are cleaning up. And again, we'll speed through the end of there. Another good 3-star attack by Awesomesauce. Again, our top level Town Hall 8s had a great war, taking out lots of bases. And then we're going to look at an attack here by the great Ghee. And Ghee is becoming a great fan of hogs now. And this was a clutch attack. We were struggling a little bit with this base again, and Ghee was able to take it out with a mass hog attack. And we're just going to run through this as it happens. Again, the success we've been having is with getting good lures and good kills utilizing these witch clan castles with the wizard backup. And when it's done right, it's a very effective clan castle kill, and when it's not done right, it can go very badly. It does a good job there taking those out. And then as soon as we take care of those clan castle troops, he's just going to do a drop from the bottom of the screen to tank for his kill squad and get the hogs working from the bottom. And they're about to come right about now. 2-finger drop. And drops a heal right there. And I was freaking out a little bit when I saw it the first time because you see they just ran right out of it. It was kind of a useless heal, but there is a giant bomb down there. They just didn't path over it, so he was preemptively working with the assumption that that giant bomb could be trouble. And so it was only level 2 giant bomb, but still enough to take out hogs if they run right over them and they're not healed pretty quickly. So continues around, keeps the hogs healed up pretty well there. And if you watch over here on the left side, this is what saved the raid. Dropping his Barbarian King. Barbarian King works around, starts tanking for those last few defenses because those hogs just about got taken out. And they may not have made it across to that last cannon to take that out, but because he dropped his Barbarian King there to tank it, his wizards and witches behind it, he was able to take that out no problem. Has lots of troops left to clean up. And again, with this hog combination with the witches and the wizards as a kill squad, a lot of success this war with this combination. So good job there, Ghee. Another 3-star attack. Another one of my favorite attacks from this war is by Darth Go. Let's see, what did he do here? Basically a GoWi with some clan castle hogs and a few balloons. This is an internet base. You can Google most popular Town Hall 8 war bases and find this thing pretty quickly, so pretty dumb of anybody to have a base like this that somebody can Google and find videos on how to beat it, which is exactly what we did on this base. And he's just going to take and launch golems. This is a hashtag style tic-tac-toe, you might hear it called, and you see that there's defenses in every one of those tic-tac-toe compartments. And so easy way to beat this base is just launch a golem in each one of those 3 compartments and just send your DPS, which is damage per second troops, behind it and let them go to town. And that's exactly what he does here. And he does bring a few hogs to kind of supplement. He brings some targeted balloons while things are distracted to take care of business on that. But you see, by launching 3 golems, everything is tanked. The wizards just have to walk behind and do their thing while everything's being tanked. And it's really not much thought that you really have to put into it. He's just going to put the heal spell down to keep his troops alive while dealing with the clan castle. You notice he didn't even have to do a lure. He just waited for it to come out, put everything in heal spells. Dragon's gone. And it's kind of a slow attack just because of the slow movement of the golems, so we'll speed it up a little bit. But again, you'll just see the golems are just working their way through the base. The wizards are following behind. Now he's dropping in some targeted loons to take care of those outer perimeter defenses while they're locked onto the other troops. And just healing as needed throughout the base. And right there, now he's got everything down. And just a ton of troops freeing up. So again, don't copy internet bases, or at least if they're very top on the Google search engine, because somebody's going to find a video and a way to destroy it. Just like that. Great job, Darth, though. Good job researching and taking the time to do that. Shows dedication and just shows a willingness to figure out the best ways to go and attack your opponent. Last but not least, we're going to look at a dragon attack, because we never look at dragon attacks. Not the most fond of them, but Seymour Kitties, of course, new Town Hall 8. Had a spread out base, pretty difficult for dragons just because of the fact that it's so spread out and they move so slow, which is why he brings the Rage Heal combination. And he actually brings 4 inventory loons of his own. So kind of a 99 Dragoon, but he doesn't really launch it like you would normally do a 99. He actually uses those loons on the front side to shape his funnel so that his max balloons in his clan castle go straight to the core. And we'll play it and you'll see what I mean. Starts his funnel on the outside on the builders' huts. Last thing you want to do is not start on the outside of the base, get all the way through it, and then they have to backtrack all the way through to the beginning to get a builder hut. And that's your 99% 2-star. But again, you'll see he just drops those couple of inventory loons that he brought to shape the funnel and get rid of those outer archer towers that could possibly drag his clan castle balloons off target. He also uses Barbarian King to just work through there quicker and get his dragons a quick path to the air defenses. Once he does that, everything's going up the middle. He's just going to do a heal rage, heal. Everything's in the core. It's all under spells. And it's once they get through the core, it's pretty easy pickings from there. Low-level archer towers on the backside. That wizard tower isn't going to do anything. And the air sweeper is just a little bit of an annoyance, but as soon as he gets that taken out, it's pretty much just cleanup mode for these level 2 dragons. So a good dragon attack on somewhat of a tough base for dragons, and another 3-star for Seymour Kitties. Great job. This was a good war. It was a tough war. It was a good challenge for our system. It was a good challenge for our players to be focused on 3-star attacks, and we came through. And it was definitely needed, because this was not a bad clan that we faced by any means. They used all of their attacks and came within 2. So good effort by everybody, and we'll look forward to the next time and hope that this continues.